Hello, this is Professor Stephanie Odom. It is Friday evening on the 22nd, and I've done a lot of work today responding to some of your introduction posts and noting a lot of the information down, and I wanted to show you what I've done with that and also show you how that has helped me create the small groups. And if you'll note on your syllabus, you have a discussion board post due on Monday by 10 that's in your small groups. It's not going to be in this class discussion board that you did your introductory posts in. So first let me tell you where I have put a spreadsheet with all your classmates' information based on the information that you provided in your introduction posts. So this is a PDF. It's in alphabetical order. I just took notes based on what you said about yourselves. And it's lovely to meet you all, by the way. And then I randomly assigned you into small groups. There are 4 groups, and so you can find your name in this PDF and which number you are. Let me see. Okay, there we are. So that is in the Getting Started menu, the classmate information table. All right. To get to your discussion board within your small group and start meeting each other and start working together, this is what you do. You go to groups. I think that link has been hidden from you, but now it's there in the menu. You go to groups, say you're in group 1, and I think you can change your name if you want to. I set these up. The general name is peer review groups, and I'll explain why in a second. So say in your group 1, you click on that. You can see your group members. In the first post that I've made on your discussion board, I've told you how to make an avatar or add a picture to your account, like Lawanda has done for us here with this very, very cute white dog. There she is. It really helps to put a name or an image with a face, and so I recommend you do that if you can figure it out. Okay, so you will go to your group discussion board. I have a welcome post here, instructions for how to use this group. What are these groups for? So here's all the information that I've given you about what to use the group for. Basically, think of it as like you're sitting in a physical classroom and there are people located around you, and you naturally just get to know those people better. You become friends with some of them. If the teacher lets you do group work in class, you kind of work with them. If you do peer review in class, you swap papers with the people around you usually. So I wanted to mimic that kind of experience, and I know some of you have done this in other classes too. So the only thing that you're required to do in these groups that you get graded on is your discussion board post that's due Monday at 10 on the 25th, and you will be required to do peer review. You'll get half of the grade for getting a peer review done and half of the grade for giving a peer review. So if you do both of those things, you get 100. Here's the link to, there's a video on how to add an image like this one, whoops, to your Blackboard profile. Okay, go back to group 1, back to the discussion board. This is a little clunky to navigate, I realize. Okay, so the post that's due on Monday morning in your group discussion board is this one, just providing a brief response to the Miller introduction that you have done your reading questions about for today. So 150 to 200 words. If you, this is our first discussion board post, like a real one, not an introduction one. If you want more information on how I grade those, you go back to Getting Started and then click on this reading questions or expand it. Reading questions, discussion board guidelines, and download this rubric. The most important thing is when you're writing about a reading, you need to include at least one quotation from the reading to back up what you're saying. So this will help you use MLA and get used to writing about readings. Oh, right, and also with any discussion board post you ever do, if it's this class one or if it's the one in your groups, you can subscribe to the thread, and so when you say something, introductory post as an example, when you post a thread on there, you can subscribe to it. I don't know exactly what that looks like because I haven't made one and then subscribed to it, but I have been just thrilled to see so many responses to each other's posts, like, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 number of posts in a thread. You're just talking to each other, and I love it. If you just want to go back and check to see people responding to your post, that's awesome. But you will also be able to set it up so that you can subscribe to the thread, and then you'll get some kind of notification when people respond to that, so that you can go back and check, because you will be posting and then responding to each other's posts, usually about every Monday and Wednesday. So I'm thrilled with how friendly y'all seem. Let me see what else. Subscribing to threads. Okay, speaking of those notifications, I'm going to post something in the announcement that I send out with this video about how you can configure your Blackboard preferences so that you can get notifications turned off or turned on, or I don't even know what all the options are, but you can set that up for yourself as well as your personal information. So I think that is it. I'm going to be grading your introduction post, just credit for having it done, and then your response to those in this big discussion board. Almost all of you have already done that because you've been responding back and forth, so that was due for Monday and you've already done it. Discussion board post in your small groups, again going through this link and then finding your group here. That is due Monday morning. Your reading questions on Miller's introduction were due today, so I'll be looking at those too and providing some feedback. I'm trying to clean up the due dates and the calendar in Blackboard so that that's a reliable way to see what's due all at a glance, but it's not there yet. I'm having to do a lot of sort of housekeeping, checking out settings, changing up things in different places, so hopefully next week that'll be, you'll be able to see that. You can't see this yet, but this is what it'll look like. It'll show you when your due dates are, and this is all four groups' individual discussion board posts. So anyway, the rest of it's kind of messed up, and I'm working on it. Okay, I think that is it. I'm going to upload this video and send an announcement, and then I'm going to go home, and I hope you have a good weekend.